Transition. What's up, everybody? Welcome to Trivia Night Thursday. As per usual, I am joined by my always sexy co-host, Lucas, aka Sarge. How's everyone doing tonight? Doing good? Hope you're doing good. We're doing
Hola, my name is Sarge. I am your best friend. Be prepared to drink.
good. Me amo Sarge.
Me amo Sarge. Cervezas for it.
Cervezas.
Hello.
Dos cervezas.
All right.
8 cervezas. So,
Yeah.
So what's everyone up to? We are back for our weekly trivia. For those of you who are new, every Thursday, 7 o'clock. Those of you who are not new, you know what's up. But, going through a couple announcements before we get started. As always, announcement number 1, SporkleCon. It's coming up, September. You want $20 off tickets? You should definitely check us out. We're going to be there all weekend, but we're going to be hosting a trivia event on Saturday at 1 p.m. Not this Saturday, but in September. We are not doing games streaming anymore. We're going to do games only via Discord. So if you want to come and play games with us after trivia, you have to join our Discord. Lots of fun stuff. Do random stuff in there. It's a good time. And last but not least, this month, our theme night will be Friends. That will be on the... Why is my calendar not popping up? Oh, it's next Thursday.
I was about to say, I'm pretty sure it's next Thursday.
Next Thursday, Friends night. Friends trivia.
Yeah.
It's gonna be awesome. That's all the announcements I have. Lucas, you got anything?
All the links have been put into general chat in Twitch. There's a link to our Discord so you can come play us. There's a link to SporkleCon if you want a discount on tickets. And maybe next month I'll make a link to where if you come in chat and you want to see it, I'll put an exclamation that says exclamation theme so you can check on the theme night as well, just for funsies. Other than that, you're beautiful as always. Your bandana looks sexy. Sadly, you're not sleeveless, but we can't always have the guns out, otherwise we'd scare everybody away. So that's fair enough.
I was gonna roll the sleeves up, just didn't get around to it this time. But the bandana I think is gonna be iconic, not the sleeves.
I knew that you had your new koozie, so I've dressed in full Hurricanes gear to make myself feel better. Doug's has his birthday present, which is the Avalanche Stanley Cup champions from your boy, and maybe possibly he'll get to use his other one tonight. In the speed round.
We will see. You guys might be able to make us take a shot. We shall see.
We shall see. Other than that, no, we're good. Life's great. Flowing along. We're ready to ask people some questions and get ready for theme night after someone wins a wonderful gift card tonight.
Yep. Well, let's talk rules real quick. Pretty easy for those of you who are new. Rule number 1. Don't be a dick. Pretty easy.
Yep.
Just ask yourself, if the thing I'm doing, would someone call me a dick for doing it? If the answer is yes, don't do it. That simple.
I love how simple the explanation of rule number 1 is. Ask yourself, would I be a dick? If the answer is yes, dick. Don't be.
Don't be.
Done.
Rule number 2 is see rule number 1. Just don't be a dick.
Super hard.
And rule number 3, you do you, boo-boo.
I really think that all Rule 1 and Rule 2 explains about me and you is that we were so hard-headed as children that we had to make Rule number 1 twice.
Yep. That sounds about right, yeah.
From 1 and 2. Then you do you, boo-boo, as long as it isn't being a dick, because then you would be breaking Rule 1 and Rule 2, which take precedence.
I believe the kids say, let your freak flag fly, but,
I don't think they've said that for many years.
When I was a kid, okay.
We haven't been kids in a long time.
I had some client the other day, class of 2020, and he's like, yeah, back in my day, back when I was in high school, and I was like, shut the hell up.
Oof. Oof.
I went to high school more than a decade ago.
We can literally say back in the day now. We have passed passed the decade mark of college. This year. This year would have been the year we should have graduated.
You're right.
I didn't, but this would have been.
I decided to go to grad school, so.
That's true, but grad school doesn't count.
Yeah.
As far as you're back in the day.
Yeah, went back in the day. it's interesting that I have like clients are going out for like marching bands and stuff this next year, like as
Oh, that's
freshmen,
so cool.
like
Yeah.
just for like different schools that they're going to, and I was like, oh, I remember tryouts back in the day, and that just hurt me on a physical level that I had to say that.
I think my favorite part is like I remember being the new guy at work, like in the rock quarry. I remember being the 20-something-year-old that had just came out of college, and there's all these dudes that are like 50 and 60 that have been rock quarrying for 40 years. Come out on the shot today, and I literally have a dude my age who has 7 kids, who's probably here tonight. My new trainee is 22 years old. Our other friend who just started there and is running like a piece of equipment is 21 and also already has a kid. And so I'm like, you all are like 12 years my junior and have kids. There shouldn't be people here who are a decade younger than me that have children. Something is wrong. That's my brother. There he is. So, I mean, making me feel old, dude. Getting there way too fast. That's not the point. To reminisce, because that would have been 90s theme night, which we haven't done yet. We'll get there.
Well, Live has done 90s theme night. We did 80s theme night. We might do a switcheroo and do 90s here and 80s there. We'll see.
I thought about that. All right, Doug, what are you drinking? Lay it on me.
I have been pre-gaming with the beer of beers. If I can get it out of the freaking koozie. That's the one thing I hate about brand new koozies. It's like they hug too much.
Oh, they are cling machines for sure.
Is Fighting Hokie from Fightin' Hokie from Hardywood in Richmond.
You're damn right.
I have nothing good to say about it. I have nothing bad to say about it. It's like the best I can. I've had it on the stream before. The best I can describe it is beer. Like,
that's what I was about to say. I feel like everyone I talk to, including you, describes Fightin' Hokie as beer.
Yep. It's not good. It's not bad. It's just beer. But I will be switching over to. Actually, I kind of have a combination in my fridge right now. But I'll be switching over to East Cider's blood orange cider.
Why are you having cider, Doug?
In solidarity.
Because I have Appalachian Mountain Cidery's Southern Apple Hard Cider. I'll be drinking one of these, and then in honor of my Chase man out there, I'll be bringing back the Busch Light Apple.
I really wanted to anger you for a second and say you pronounced that incorrectly just to like
go ahead.
Watch
go
the
ahead.
like vain...
I will quit the stream and I will start Appalachian Mountain Trivia House and I will leave you. Them's fighting words, Doug.
That was the one thing like you know you get book smart in college and you learn a couple street things, couple life things. Going to school in southwestern Virginia, that is the one word I learned was a fight on site.
You don't say Appalachia wrong. It is Appalachia or Appalachian. If you're going to pronounce it another way, like some pretty person on television, I will tell you now. Someone will beat you to death. You will be stabbed and left in a gutter, and they will not find your body in the woods.
NCIS was on the other day.
You can't even say it wrong.
I can't say it wrong anymore. Like it was on NCIS the other day, and like, oh, we're gonna have to drive out to the mountains,
yep.
And I physically was like, that's not how you say it. You stupid Hollywood assholes.
My favorite time that came up was during Appalachian Studies at Tech. I took that class to get my minor in history. Took Appalachian Studies, and the teacher comes in and literally goes, I'm sending you all on an adventure to Floyd, Virginia, number one. Number two, everyone in the room, what's your pet peeve about Appalachia? And half of the class was all redneck kids that were like, how people pronounce it.
No. Oh, in Appalachia, they mostly make moonshine. You're thinking of West Virginia, they do meth, and that's the Smoky Mountains.
That's not completely true. In Western North Carolina, we have a bad meth problem, but that's not the point. Moving on.
Anyway, so that's what we're
leaked down through all of them.
See, okay, so
boom.
Ben just said my fisting is making his subwoofer go crazy. I can hear Allie screaming downstairs. Stop banging on your desk.
I'm banging on the desk, Douglas. Oh, that's so great. All right, well, we've got our drinking part figured out. You know what it's time for, don't you? The thinking.
The thinking.
All right, let's do the thing. You want to kick it off? You want me to?
I'll let you kick it off.
As you all know, it is the first round of a new trivia day, and that means it's current event time. Let's talk about NASA. They made the news yet again. After what happened to the James Webb Telescope? I asked something about the James Webb Telescope last week. It found an all-new, like the furthest galaxy away we'd ever seen. It was amazing.
It also got the clearest picture of the Crab Nebula.
I'm sure, because the one that they took was like forever away.
Like when I say nebula and you think of that like cloud structure you see in astronomy pictures, apparently we got like a much closer, much clearer picture of that like formation.
Is it less cloudy now, or is it still like a lot of cloudy gas with prettier images in it?
Prettier images. You can. It's more defined. It's they went from like 280p to 1080.
Ooh, fancy boys.
But
Fantastic Orphans and Where to Leave Them. I love that has continued. That makes me happy.
I have enjoyed. So when I started trivia, there, like back with Geeks Who Drink, there was one team that came to the brewery every week and would find a series of movies and make every single one a theme. So like they did Harry Potter and all of them were based off of like trains. So it was like Harry Potter and the locomotive of steam or something like that.
Harry Potter and the little engine that could.
Yeah, stuff like that. And then they would jump to like Lord of the Rings and they would change to like airplanes or something like that. But they were dedicated and started getting into like Japanese movies that have like 15 different like subsets of these movies, and they kept going. Yeah, it's essentially
exactly what I thought.
Yeah, bung holes with extra steps.
Pretty
and
much.
They would start like researching ahead of time. Like they'd pull their phones out and be like, "All right, we just finished Harry Potter. What's next?
What's the next theme?" So the correct answer here, it was damaged by a space pebble. So I'm guessing that the James Webb Telescope is like not a physical telescope on Earth. It's one of those like in space ones that we talked to, and that's how it got space pebbled. Okay, I had to figure that part out. I'm a dum-dum.
Yeah, there was literally a pebble blasted through one of the panels and has like irreversibly damaged it unless we go up there and fix it now.
That's not what you want your cool space telescope to do. Also, according to Kenny, we are at the 1-year anniversary of the Bung Holes Loose in DC, which probably should have been a movie.
I mean, it was a fantastic time at Rocket Frog, and someone tripped over a parking barrier twice.
That was before I was here.
Yep.
I knew this existed, but I wasn't around.
Has it really been a year since then? Holy crap.
All right.
Well,
hit him with the next one.
In some awesome news for American sports, the U.S. women's national soccer team beat what country to secure a place in the Paris Olympics?
I love our women's soccer team.
It's interesting that like they qualified for the Paris Olympics now, which is 2020.
Yeah, like 2 years away.
Yeah.
4.
But the women's national cup or World Cup is in like half that time. Like the Women's World Cup will happen before the next Summer Olympics.
Did it happen this year? Wait, hold on. When does the Women's World Cup happen, though?
I think it's 2023.
I know there's been big games going on. Is it 23? Okay.
I think so.
I forget, dude. It is. I just checked. I get so confused with when the World Cup and all that stuff happens because it's like on the same rotation as the Olympics, but not.
It's always like
yeah, soccer's imaginary.
It's always like the Summer Olympics, the men's national, the the men's World Cup, the women's World Cup. But the same year as the women's World Cup is the Winter Olympics, and then
right, because it wouldn't be on an odd year. So is it like summer, men's World Cup, winter, women's World Cup? Did we just have winter? Winter just happened? Then yeah.
No, winter was the delayed one though.
It was. Yeah, but it was supposed to happen in 2020, so that's correct. So were we supposed to have Summer Olympics this year, and they didn't happen?
No, we had Winter Olympics this year.
That would have been on a 2-year delay, though. So Winter Olympics should have happened in 2022 because it's 2 years off. You know what's not important?
Yeah.
Who did our team have to beat, Doug? Tell me more.
They beat Canada.
Yay! Them dumb Canadians and their hockey play-ins.
Yep.
That's what we usually have to beat for the hockey glories.
No, it's that or the
Love
USSR.
Canada,
I mean Russia. Sorry.
I mean Russia. I love Canada's hockey stuff.
I can only ever
Vietnam.
think of Mighty Ducks when it comes to like hockey and the Olympics.
Quack.
Quack. Oh wait, no, they played. Who did they played? Sweden, right?
They had to beat the Finns.
The Finns. That was
Because
it.
I remember it being a big deal because the Hurricanes are a predominantly Finnish team. So the last time I watched, I was like, "Yay, Finland! Sebastian Aho could be on this team." Oh, that's right, we're not rooting for them. Go Ducks!
Go Anaheim, that no one really cares about.
No, that's not. Just once, it would be great to not see the words unprecedented or apocalypse in the news, but then they wouldn't make that much money. The country is currently on fire, literally, due to record temperatures, and is being called the heat apocalypse in what country? So, this country is currently on fire due to record temperatures and is being called a heat apocalypse. Tell me the country it's in. It could definitely be us. Feels like
So,
heat apocalypse.
I
I told
will
Doug
tell
today
you
that Satan's temperature is 99.9.
Yep.
Does that make sense?
I will tell you the distinguishing phrase here is on fire. There are a couple different countries going through record heats right now, but there is one that's currently just on fire.
I'm sure it isn't us. I don't see us on there, but I'm
Oh no,
pretty sure
we're
California
always
was
on fire.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that California, Colorado, Utah,
Constantly burned.
Arizona, like they're just on fire at all times, and like there's just a mountain somewhere in like the Sierra Nevada that is just you know how like there's snow-capped peaks that like have snow at all times. Like there is a mountain in Sierra Nevada that's just on fire all the time. Like
I choose to believe.
it's beautiful. Mount, we're so fucked.
I choose to believe in my religious roots that that's Jesus being angry at about how California is, so he just constantly lights that side of the U.S. on fire, but then puts it out. He's like, "All right, stop," and they're like, "We ain't gonna do it. Light them on fire again."
The weird part, though, is that the Republican part of California is the one that catches on fire.
Is the one that's always on fire. Yeah, let's ponder that over for a minute.
So I've
I never said Jesus was political. I just said that he wanted to burn California.
Yeah, that's true. I was first time I'd ever visited out there. Allie's parents, I was talking to them like, oh yeah, you know, California is this like hippie, like commune republic, liberal, all that stuff, and he's like, do you know anything about California? I was like, no, just what's in the news. He's like, imagine a yin yang. And that's essentially how California looks like on the political landscape. Like the northern part down the eastern side is all Republican. The southern part up the west coast is all Democrat. And then you have San Diego that is Republican. And then you have Sacramento that is Democrat.
Democrat. That's so funny. The correct answer here was France, by the way, as we ramble about California. For the first time ever in recorded history, it reached over 40 Celsius, or in American units, that's 104 degrees Fahrenheit.
I refuse
That's the only
to
one I
believe-
disagree with. I don't like Celsius. Celsius bothers me. I like it being 100 degrees. Everything else, the metric system is great, but I hate Celsius.
My favorite meme, science-wise, is Kelvin measures how hot an atom is, Celsius measures how hot water is, and Fahrenheit measures how much it sucks outside.
It's pretty trash out here.
It's a 0 to 100 scale. Like, how much does it suck outside? 110. Oof.
That sounds super suck, bro.
How cold is it outside? -22. Oh,
The only thing Celsius does right is cold.
Yep.
0 being freezing makes sense.
100 being
But-
boiling makes sense too, but everything in between does not make sense.
Yeah, I was about to say, it just throws me off, which that's our Fahrenheit bias, I'm sure. But
Yeah.
whatever, I don't care.
All right. Biden is really trying to connect with his younger base, apparently, in really weird ways. Meeting with the leader of what country, or this country, Biden decided the best greeting would be what?
I just love that he wants to try to connect with the younger generation. How old is Biden? 75?
So it was.
Somewhere
It's
up
not
there?
actually like.
Maybe 80?
It's not for that reason. So the reason he didn't well, so obviously handshake isn't an answer, but the reason he didn't
Oh, yeah.
handshake, his doctor said for COVID reasons, and his political advisors said so that they could not get a picture of him shaking hands with the leader
This person.
oh, I guess I could have just said Saudi Arabia because it's
Yeah, you could have said Saudi Arabia because it's not part of the
yeah,
answer.
meeting with the leader of Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, 79 degrees, man. 79 degrees. Good lord. 79 years old. I'm drunk, Doug. I gotta go home.
You are home.
I'm already here. All right.
Who
Who
we
we
missing? Yogi Bunghole.
Yogi. Trying to hit a home run out here. I think they probably fairly assumed that we'd have at least 35 minutes of rambling to do about Joe Biden.
That's fair.
And to be fair, in
be
the first
fair.
3 questions, we have done that.
Yeah. It's almost 7:30 and we're on question 4.
Shut up, Doug. This isn't a race until it is a race, and then we have to take shots, so it's not important.
I would say that we started late, but we started at 7:03, so we really have no excuse.
Sorry, I had to go to the bathroom.
No, I was like, normally when we first started out, like starting late for us was like 7:15, 7:20. Now starting
I don't
late
do
for
that.
us is like
We gotta figure
7:02, 7:03.
I say a couple minutes after. If we're not online, something's wrong. All right,
But
well,
I mean, we went
sorry, Yogi.
we went live at like 6:50,
15
so
pill, right?
yeah. All right. Well, the answer is he fist bumped. I forget his name, but
The leader of Saudi Arabia.
yeah, leader of Saudi Arabia. He fist bumped him instead of shaking hands.
I love this gift. Doug and Mitch are both planning their weddings. Thank God that's over with. Fun fact, they're going to be a week apart. Good thing they're not going to Hawaii, though. That's because a recent wedding reception was ruined by what in Hawaii? Yeah, wedding planning was... Actually, it wasn't bad, but it's more to the fact that I just kept telling Kim, I just want to get married. But what about the colors? I just want to get married. Like,
That's essentially where I'm sitting at right now. I'm like, what color chargers
had-
do you want? What the? Are you talking about the car? Because I
Two
want
things.
them.
I want a blue one with white stripes. 2 things. The 2 things that I extremely cared about in our wedding was the food. We went and tested the food. I was super excited about that. And my dad had to officiate. Those were my 2 requests for the whole wedding. Everything else, colors, flyers, singing, reading. Yeah, I know, it made her angry, but I was good. All I wanted to do was get married. We could have got married at the courthouse. As long as Dad was the one who read the little line.
I had 3 requests for my wedding.
Okay.
The food had to have a steak
Yeah.
option.
Yep, I agree. Meat
Beef,
option.
open bar.
Open bar's fair. We did have
Which-
to talk about that.
Which I found out that Allie's dad agreed with me, and
Oh, that's either really
so-
good or not good. One of the two.
it's really good because the base package was not good enough. The premium package
We needed
was
the premium package for booze.
with
Let's go.
with Johnny Walker Black and all that good stuff on it. Like,
Oh,
yeah.
here we go.
And the third thing that I didn't quite get, but that's also because planning and all that, as I wanted April 1st to be our wedding date. Because,
You really wanted to get married on April Fool's Day, Doug?
I mean, Mitch is. I'm
You
getting
want
married-
your wedding to be a joke?
Kind of. I wanted to be able to say psych at the end of the wedding.
That'd been great. Allie would have surely loved that.
Oh, she would
I
have
believe it.
stabbed me left and right.
Yep.
But no, so Mitch is
Correct
getting
answer.
married April 1st.
Oh, really?
I'm the
Actually,
one.
April 1st.
Yep. I'm gonna.
Wow.
My wedding's March 25th.
Yeah. Get it in right before April Fool's Day.
Yep.
Correct answer here. It was a huge wave. Apparently, it was caught on camera breaking over a wall and washing away tables and the dance floor. Who,
The
who
dance
does
floor
your
looked like
wedding
a
next to the
raft.
ocean? Like, I pictured Jeremy's wedding, right? On
Mhm.
that beach. They didn't have the reception out there. You know why? Because that's stupid. You don't give Mother Nature the option to screw up your wedding. This is why you just do it indoors. Jesus gave us air conditioning for a reason. Outside's pretty. Whatever. Put it in a building. Go on with life. Then you ain't got to worry about rain. Just
Fair.
a Lucas opinion. Sorry if you're having your wedding outside, Doug. I'm just saying.
No, it's inside.
I'm an inside
It's-
wedding man.
That was our choices were inside or outside, and the outside package was like $6,500 more, and we're like,
Hey,
no.
that's crazy. Why? Why do you want to gamble if it's gonna drop the bottom out at your wedding, or it's not gonna be like cold? It's gonna be hot. Like, nah.
That was
I will
our,
irate about this.
our big thing was that the reception and the ceremony had to happen at the hotel we were staying at, so people can just stumble back to their rooms.
I love that.
So-
That's the way to go. That's why I liked having it at the end at Tech.
Also,
Like literally, it was one side of campus, walk to the end.
Also, get your reading voice ready. Just a heads up.
Ooh, I'm ready.
Well, I meant for March 25th. You should have your reading voice ready.
Wait, I have to read something.
You're
Okay,
gonna have to read
fine.
possibly 7 things.
Seven.
Just look up Jewish wedding traditions. You'll figure it out.
Oh, cool! I forgot. I'm not Jewish, so I don't know those things.
Yeah.
Sweet.
So, who doesn't love Florida Man? This Florida man is a
Ooh.
hero after he jumped into a lake and saved a what?
I really wish
I
that
did
we had got
too.
Marvin to stop. I wish we got Marvin to stop by a sign, "Welcome to Florida," and did a gif of him like pointing at the sign.
They're like, ah.
Ha ha! Yeah,
I
this
lo-
is our gif.
I loved your answer for why there were so many cops in Georgia to keep Florida Man
Yes.
at bay.
Keep the Florida man at bay. You got to stop him. All them FSU fans trying to get to dang Athens to steal the national championship trophy. Station the state police on the southern border. I'm telling you, Georgia should annex the Panhandle and then build a wall. If
Yep.
really we're gonna build a wall,
We're gonna build a wall. Like,
block
let's
off the
just
dome.
no, and
Just block
they
the bad part of Florida off.
no from like, I would say to the east of Pensacola, up to the border, straight across. They can have Jacksonville. Like,
Cam made an argument, and I agree. Disney is in Orlando.
yes.
So my proposition, yeah, that's all in Orlando. Harry Potter World as well, is that you put a super tube like a speed train
It'll
that just shoots straight through the rest of the countryside that takes you straight to there, and there's a wall around that. It's pretty
it'll-
much like the
it'll be like-
Vatican,
it'd be like West
but Walt
Berlin.
Disney Vatican.
It'd be like
Yes, exactly.
West Berlin.
Build the wall. I'm telling you, build the wall. I hate Florida. I went there like 5 times as a child. It snowed on Christmas when I went. Hadn't snowed there in like 100 years. I go for the Virginia Tech Kansas game before I went to the Tech the year before. My high school band went. It sleeted at the Tech game in Florida, which is not a thing. And then every year we went, something bad happened, except for I think the one Orange Bowl we went. Andrew Luck kicked our ass in an Orange Bowl, and we had to deal with Stanford.
Yep.
Just me and Florida, man.
No.
Lynn said that I almost got shot by a man in Miami that I didn't even realize. I don't know.
Yeah.
There was a dude
Well-
like threw his car door open as we walked by, and I thought he was gonna say something, so I just went to wave, and Lynn's like, "Do not talk to him." And Lynn was like, "He probably had a gun." And I was like, "I don't know."
Well, the answer is he went in to save a bear.
Where did they find a bear in Florida?
I don't know. It was a black bear. So,
It had to be in the Panhandle, man.
like why are
It had
you
to be.
Cooler of beer? I put cooler of beer in there because that was the most believable of any of
Yeah.
those. Like a baby kid drowning, Florida man, would be like, "Oh man, let's video that." And then, but if
No,
it was
but
like a
it's
cooler of
not.
beer, they'd be like, "No."
It's not crazy enough, right? Like the Florida man does something just slightly crazy. I can see this being in the Panhandle in like some big lake, and some rednecks like, "Not Jimmy the bear. We got him for the bar house. No, Jimmy, don't go into water." And Jimmy's just swimming. Like, here's the thing: bears can swim. Bears are actually really good in water. So did he save the bear, or did the bear probably save him? And that's how Florida man wrote the story. That's my
mean-
question that I propose.
Black bears'
Black
lives
Bears
matter.
Lives Matter. Please, that's the new Florida slogan. BBLM. That's beautiful. Oh my God, that's beautiful. You're not in you're not in the chat for Triv now. It's where it's at.
Yep.
All right. I believe it's my question.
Yep.
Woo! The Russia-Ukraine war has been going on just way too long at this point. So long, in fact, that the Russians are making huge mistakes, such as... I mean, the Russians have been making huge mistakes since they started this war.
These are some.
Literally, Putin said, "Go to war," and the Russians were like, "Yeah, but like..." It just went
But-
German. Hold on.
Yeah, but Notice,
Yeah, but like, why, man?
which is what the actual Germans said. They were like, "Yeah, no, we're gonna sit this one out." Like,
Comrade, we do not understand. Why are we taking back Ukraine? Like, they are fine. We buddies. We buddy. We don't need to take it.
Babushka is in apartment complex shooting at me with automatic weapon. Why are we doing this?
Babushka. She makes amazing. What kind of food do they eat in Russia? She makes
Borscht.
amazing vodka cake.
Her borscht is delicious,
Oh,
but
God.
now she's putting them in Molotov cocktails. Like, it's
It's
not
not
okay.
We are losing vodka to Molotov cocktails. I am not happy, Putin. Yes, sir. I understand. Right, the bear. I got it.
Got it.
They are. They're
Bone
shooting
cancer.
down their. They're shooting down their own planes.
Yep.
Is that because the Ukrainians are putting Russian flags on their planes,
No.
or because they're just that dumb?
They're just that dumb.
Come on, man.
So, apparently, the Russian military stuff is so out of date, they are having trouble distinguishing the flight profiles of Ukrainian jets versus Russian jets, which you would think, like, if a jet comes from behind you, like, you're good, and if it comes towards you, it's bad.
Yeah, you
But
learn.
if it goes out, like, if it goes out, it should like turn and go like the other way, and not come
Loop
straight
way
back
out.
at you. But apparently, they couldn't tell, like the radars or whatever couldn't tell the flight profiles correctly, so they were shooting down their own planes.
Oh my God. I'm sorry. I have to go back. Kenny, we're coming to get you. We're not leaving you in annexed Florida.
Oh,
You
no.
will be taken into a part of the good place.
There will be an extraction team. We will bring beers. I would
This extraction team will consist of myself and Doug, possibly in a Camaro with a cooler of beer.
and we'll be
I
we'll
only
be,
know
we'll be
of one
throwing the
Camaro that we own
beers.
between the two of us, but we'll figure it out.
We'll throw the beers out of the car so it'll distract the Florida man.
I was
'cause
about to
they'll-
say the distraction.
And we'll say
No, we've already set it up. Marvin's already there. Marvin's there. Marvin's coming to get
Marvin's
you.
got a
Then we can go
minivan
walk.
too. We're good.
Easy.
Like, let's go.
Yep, we
Let's
done
go.
it.
Roll,
Solve the
roll 'em up.
problem. Start packing.
All right, and last one. So we have to talk about planes as well, because this is Dream Think, and that's what Brian used to do. Specifically, flights out of the UK, which have been halted out of and into the UK because of what?
In my head, I thought like we had a question about like trains and automobiles because you mentioned trains earlier, and I mentioned a Camaro, and you're like, all right, planes now. We got to do all three.
No, Brian's like whole obsession was planes, which apparently I'm signing up to pull a plane.
Wait, what?
There's a at Dulles Airport. There's a charity event once a year. It's the plane pull. You get a team of 100 to pull a 747.
Okay, I feel that. And you're on a team, I'm guessing then.
I haven't signed up yet, but I kind of want to. I kind of want to sign up just to say that I have pulled a plane.
That's fair. No, I approve. We forgot to mention wager round, by the way. So
Oh yeah,
play
wager,
smart.
wager round so you can put how many points you want to wager. If you get it right, you get those points. If you get it wrong, you lose those points.
I am a fan of Ask My Balls response. It is very wrong, but I do believe flying dildos would stop plane traffic. It'd
Yeah,
stop a
but-
lot, but probably.
Just a bunch of
gonna
people
throw
on the
it out
ground just like chucking them like ah.
there.
No landing in the UK. Big black dildo.
Now, get out of here. For some reason in my head, all I got was the Family Guy joke about British people having sex. Chip cheerio. Yep. Was it good for you? Good for me. God save the Queen.
So-
To sleep.
I'm gonna say Fantastic Orphans was the only team that got it right.
Yep, that's definitely good for me. I
so
agree.
so it's so hot in the UK that the tarmac is melting, or the runway is melting, and so
Good
planes
Lord,
can't
man.
land or take off without getting stuck.
Wah, wah, wah. It's hot.
Yep.
Make better tars on your planes.
All right.
All right. Hit them with the scoreboard.
Let's
Or
go.
do you need me to?
I got it. Let's go, Bode.
Let's go. Oh, what did you write? Yeah. Feels bad.
All right. Pen waste 10.49. 10.32. Fantastic Orphans, where to find them? 9.49. Foul bunghole 9.37, followed by Asthma Balls, Tiny, Scrappy and Tiny, Peanuts, and Bunghole Jacks, Bunghole Bay Rays, Albert Bungholes, and Yogi Bunghole with a staggering .08.
Speaking of Yogi Bungholes, let's go to a category about animated sidekicks. What do you think? There's a Yogi in here, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Let's kick it off with this round on cartoons, kind of maybe as a surprise sneak peek for a theme night that might be coming up. Maybe. Who knows? But anyway, I'm going to give you a main... I'm going to give you a cartoon. I want you to give me the main sidekick of the show. So, short answer, main sidekick of the show. We're going to kick it off with Scooby-Doo's annoying little cousin. Not super concerned about spelling as usual. Doug knows that I can't spell, so I can't judge others their spelling. Or speaking, apparently.
To speak English good.
I speak English well.
So we had contractors over fixing our drywall and carpets downstairs after the flood. Or not flood. Yeah. Well, yeah, whatever. And
it was basically a flood. Moses wasn't there, but it was close enough.
Yeah, so most of them were Hispanic.
Yeah.
And I was, like, a bunch of them had left to go to the store to pick up some stuff. And the text I sent to Allie was indecipherable. Because what I was trying to say is, I don't know why they left. I just know they're going to get a vent. But the guy that is here doesn't speak a lot of English, so it was kind of hard to communicate. How it came out was... Man here not speak good English. Lots people left don't know.
That reminded me. That's pretty good. That reminded me of. I was terrible the other night in the Jeopardy round. It asked a question about Hispanic migrants moving to America. What their primary It was some big movement in like the '60s or something. What they did, and a correct answer was agriculture. But I looked at Kim and I went lawn work. And then I thought about it, and I went, nah, probably wasn't a good answer. Rebecca may have been angry. But to be fair, agriculture.
Agriculture is not wrong.
The correct answer for question number 1 is Scrappy-Doo. Good job. Scrappy was acceptable. Everyone got this answer right. I expected that.
Number 10, that frustrating green ghost that somehow never got caught by the Ghostbusters.
So by the way, all these it's animated sidekicks. It started out as cartoons, but I had to shift it to animated because I feel like some of the things I chose weren't cartoons. But I had forgot about the animated Ghostbusters.
There was, like, the animated Ghostbusters, the animated Men in Black, the animated... Like, there was some shows up there that just... You forget that they were animated shows because they were such, like, big hit TV or movies that you were like, oh yeah, they're good as movies. Like, let them stay as movies.
Really? Yeah. I love the animated ones. Do you want to ask Scrappy and Tiny for clarification, or do you think that was intentional?
Hold on, where are there?
Close to the bottom. Yeah, I know, right? Like, I looked at it and then went to correct it and then was like, maybe, and then I'm gonna ask for clarification.
Yeah.
I'm curious if they'll change their answer or not. If not, then you can literally just type the same thing. But I looked at that for like 5 seconds and was like, it could no.
It's like, my brain short-circuited for a second.
Yep, nope, it's just wrong. Okay,
That's just
cool.
wrong.
Good talk. All right, what we got? Correct answer.
That would be Slimer, the green ghost, not Smilo.
I think if you want to get technical, they may have actually caught him at one point, but everybody knows.
Yeah, I don't know.
Whatever, not important. All he wanted to do was play a game of hide and seek with the Thundercats. I actually have an alternate answer in here. So if you can give me, this character was called something.
I'll give you double
That's what
points.
I knew him as.
If you
But I will double your points if you put the real answer.
Yeah.
So no one ever called him this, by the
No.
way. Like, he hated that name, but the name that we all use is his race, like Yoda. Which I had no idea. Also, this GIF was my favorite one that I found all night because it is the best Thundercat GIF ever. I'm pretty sure it's just part of the intro.
Thundercats. Oh.
Oh!
Which, why do you have to be obnoxious? Like, it's pretty much like anime. You have to announce that you're getting more powerful.
Correct. I was surprised. I thought that at least a couple of the bungholes would know that one for some reason.
Poo-poo-pa-choo.
I do like some of their answers, though. I will say that. So
There was, what was it? It was Wily Cat and Wily Kit were the kids, but not the correct answer.
Correct answer for the main sidekick in Thundercats, his name was Snarf, is what we all called him. Snarf. But his real name was Osbert, which apparently he hated. Also, I looked up to make sure he was a he, because I wasn't sure. I was going to write it as a they, but apparently he is a male character.
Have you seen the new Masters of the Universe?
I have not.
It is dark. The very first episode, He-Man straight up murders Skeletor and dies in the process, and that's the plot of the entire series. It is.
I need you to stall for a little bit longer because apparently our gift for the next one broke. But anyway,
so I get
that's not cool.
Well, like, because it starts off as like following Man-at-Arms' daughter who wants to become a Master of the Universe, or whatever the Castle Guard's called. I just assume they were all called Masters of the Universe. And like it's years and years later, and like they're trying to like find He-Man. Oh no, they're trying to restore magic. That's it, because He-Man impaled Skeletor on this like the one rock that created magic in the world. So
what
yeah,
that's like, that's too much. That's not, no.
Oh, it got real, like they were buddying up with the old evil dudes and stuff. It was, it's
crazy.
It's a really good show.
Being like,
just it's much more
insanely good show.
It's what's his name? Silent Bob. I can't think of his name. Smith. Whatever. Anyway, I can't think of his name, but he was the one who directed it. And it's like the way he described it is he wanted to make a He-Man that grew up with the people who watched He-Man. And that's exactly what it is. It's like, I watch it as an adult. Kevin Smith, thank you.
There it is.
I watch it as an adult. I'm like, this is an adult show. It very much is. Like, if
I don't know. I don't want my cartoons to grow up.
I kind of do, but only in like the ones that had like the will they won't they relationships. Like, I want to know what happens. Like, you never like.
Yeah, you want that. You want the relationship adult part, but you don't want the show to turn into The Boys either.
No.
I don't want Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles eating people to survive because they're turtles. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, you go back to the 80s when they were first written, and they straight up just murdered people left and right.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. That was a thing.
The last Ronin, which was, I think it was like 3 or 4 years ago, was written, is 3 of them are dead from the very beginning. Like, anyway.
You forget. Next question.
In the new movies, the story is way more complicated, but we all remember he as the journalist, Fried of the Teenage Mutant.
This is why you check Lucas's spelling of things. So we will not observe the screen of the question that I just asked for Doug, but we will read it as, but we all remember her as the journalist friend of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
So that should have been journalist friend.
I wasn't drunk when I wrote these questions.
I'm drunk and I don't.
As the journalist friend.
I'm drunk and I don't know these questions.
If you just want to give me her first name, that's acceptable. But I have it listed both ways.
Ooh, two people got funky with capitalization and everything.
Fancy peeps. Character played by
Megan Fox.
Megan Fox in the new movies, which weren't as bad as I thought they were going to be. I actually enjoyed them for what they were.
I forget who plays Casey Jones, but spot on. was the only thing I could remember. Like they picked the
Nailed it.
yeah. The only person who played Casey Jones better was the guy from the original movies.
Yeah, that's fair.
But then again, the original movies were very 90s.
Oh, the original movies.
Who
They
didn't love it?
copied
If
the
you didn't
original
like the
movies.
original movies, like you have no soul.
Those were the live action movies.
Yep, the
I
rubber
had those on
suit.
VHS. Oh my god. All I ever remember is character that we're talking about coming to comfort Leonardo after they got like their butts kicked in the second one. And he's like in an ice bath in a claw tub and they're in
Yep.
some like cabin in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
And she's like, "It's gonna be okay, Leonardo." I don't know why, but I remember that scene vividly. I guess there it is.
The one scene I just remember laughing my butt off when I rewatched it most recently is the beginning of the second one, I believe, when the kid is delivering pizza and gets jumped by the ninjas, and it's like 5 minutes of them just saying catchphrases while they're fighting ninjas, and this little kid's like, I have no idea what's going on.
What is happening?
And I am losing my mind at this. What has to be a fever dream for this kid? And like,
Oh, absolutely. They're giant turtles, like saying catchphrases. I don't understand.
that one has swords. That one has size. Why does that one have a bow
Why?
staff? Like,
I don't understand.
well, the
So,
answer
correct answer
is April O'Neil, which
Yep, or April.
in the new Ninja Turtles game, you can play her. Allie plays her in the beat 'em up, new beat 'em up, Shredder's Revenge. And her special
nice.
is she takes a full camera, like a mounted camera on it, and does like a 360 spin and just starts like whacking people with it. It is fantastic.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, if you didn't remember the new movies, the plot line was that her dad was a scientist, right?
Something like
And
that.
he created the turtles. Like, she knew them way further back. I'm pretty sure in the series she was just a journalist that realized they were like human-sized turtles. But maybe
They
I'm
were
wrong.
humans, or no, they were no. Splinter was human, not Splinter.
Splinter was
yeah,
human.
Splinter. Splinter was human,
Yeah.
and the goo
Splinter.
that exposed the turtles, like created the Ninja Turtles, and then he became a rat, Splinter.
Yeah.
It's weird.
I know it's weird. It was weird, but whatever. It was the 80s, 90s. That's what we did. Let's go a little further back and play off the thing I was trying to play off earlier. Some say he is the definition of a sidekick. He wanders around Jellystone with Yogi Bear. There's Yogi. I actually thought this one would be super easy. And then the more I've like talked to people about older animated shows, people just don't know them.
That it saddens me because, like, they were. I just remember watching Boomerang, like what was
Yeah,
it?
I mean, all those shows.
7 o'clock would hit. Boomerang would come on. Like,
You'd watch, let's see, you watch Wile E. Coyote.
Yep.
Would be on there. Old Looney Tunes episodes.
Flintstones,
Flintstones,
Jetsons.
Yogi Bear, the Jetsons. I'm trying to think of anything else. I feel like there's definitely other
There's-
shows.
Yeah,
that I
there's
watched
definitely
during
more
the
in
era.
there.
But I mean, like, and it was fun to go back and watch those.
That was-
Correct answer here we're looking for. Hey, Boo Boo. Good old Boo Boo.
Hopefully,
I'm
we all
gonna have
know.
to come back.
Sorry.
No, you're good. You're good.
Hopefully, we all know Fred and Barney, but what was Wilma's counterpart in the Flintstones?
I loved the Flintstones when I was a kid. That's what I was telling somebody the other day. Like, one of the first trips I can remember taking to the beach when I was like 3 or 4, we went to see the Flintstones Go to Rock Vegas. The movie.
Viva Rock Vegas.
Who played Fred? Why do I reckon it wasn't
John Goodman.
Who's, John Goodman, thank you. I was like, who was the other Blues brother?
No, who was Barney though? Because that was
Oh man.
1994
What was-
movie. There we go.
So I would have been 5. There you go. I knew I wasn't far off.
Rosie O'Donnell was Betty.
Yes, she was.
Rick
Yes, she was.
Moranis was Barney Rubble.
Rick Moranis played Barney.
Yeah. Halle
Oh my God,
Berry
you're right.
was the secretary that was like wooing him.
Yeah.
That
That's just, it's mind blowing. the people that were in it. Stephen Baldwin was in it. No, Stephen Baldwin's Barty, right?
No, Stephen Baldwin was Mr. Stone, who came to try to take over the quarry.
Is that it?
Or he was Mr. Slate. I can't remember. He was one of the two. He was either the bad guy or the boss.
Barney Rubble, played by Stephen Baldwin, my dude. Fred was played by Mark Andy in the Flintstones Go to Rock in the Flintstones and Viva Rock Vegas.
I'm thinking of that was a 2000 film, yeah.
Because Betty was played by Jan Krakowski. Jenna
Maroney.
Jenna Maroney. Jenna Maroney played Betty, which is the correct answer here, by the way.
Dude, Alan Cumming was the Great Gazoo. That's wow.
Oh God, yes, he was. But the reason that I remember this so vividly, my dad didn't go to movies. As a Baptist preacher back in the day, you could have X-rated movies in movie theaters, so he believed it was wrong to go to movie theaters because people could think that you were going to watch something inappropriate. So I remember this being like the only movie I saw until I was in high school in a theater. Jeez. It was nuts. But we did it on vacation where no one would know.
Oh, it's kind of like the joke, how do you keep a Baptist from drinking all your alcohol?
How is that, Doug?
You invite a second Baptist.
Ha ha! I was trying to think of a fried chicken joke in there somewhere.
Which, I mean, you can change that to Mormons as well. Like, there's someone, I remember seeing it was like on the R jokes on Reddit, and someone was like, well, so what happens when like two Baptists run into each other in the beer aisle? They just nod at each other and stay quiet.
Yep. I remember. I'm sure I told this story. I'll kick this off after the question, which is one for the newer crowd. Who was SpongeBob SquarePants' neighbor that was hid under a rock? Since there were two of them. But my mom made beer battered food, and she went to the grocery store and like I think it was a neighboring county because my county's always been dry. Until probably 5 or 6 years ago. Maybe it's getting closer to 10 now. But anyway, we were in college when Avery County finally went dry, or broke being dry and started selling beer in the grocery stores. But my mom bought some beer. And one of Dad's church members was the lady checking her out at the cash register. So looked at her, freaked out. At church the next Sunday, there was a group to talk with my father about my mother buying beer at the grocery store. That's rural America for you, baby.
When we were living in the South, like Mississippi, Kansas, like Southern Baptist, Bible Belt, kind of whatever.
Southern Baptists are unique in their own way. Coming from an independent Baptist, Southern Baptists are one of a kind. But anyway, go ahead.
My parents would tell me, "Hey, go get me a root beer," so that at no point, because we're little kids and we're gonna blab the moment like we knew, so. Like, they didn't want people at church to know that they drank, so they would say, like, hey, can you go get me a root beer? Or they called it a daddy or a mommy root beer. And we're like,
daddy
okay.
or mommy root beer.
We're like, okay, cool.
That's great.
And, like, we'd go and get one, and, like, okay, cool. Like, looking back, I was like, why were we ever part of that church if you were, like, skirting everything that they taught? But
that's, like, what we like to call an oof, Doug.
I mean, we somehow found a way to get involved with every church that ever had like a political schism. Like,
of course,
like the pastor and the assistant pastor would have like a falling out, and then they would like split up, and half the church would stay and half the church would go every time.
Dude, that's not you. That's every church. My dad, the first church he pastored, he didn't. We left after 14 years, and it was good. They did have some fights, but never a split. Also, correct answer. Patrick.
Or Patrick
Not
Star.
Squidward. Patrick Star lived under the rock. Squidward lived in a giant rock, I believe.
It was an Easter Island Ted.
Yep. Hit him with the last question, and I will share.
Last one. We all know how much I love the curveball round, so let's see what we can do. Given Mallory, Raymond, and Bartholomew, give me the main character and the title of this show. One in the same.
I wanted to show you this question so badly because I was so proud of it because of the characters given blew my mind.
Yeah.
But anyway, the second church he went to had been there like 5 years, and my Sunday school teacher and the dude who was about to become the choir leader got married, immediately divorced 6 months later, and the church split dead down the center. Families went left and right, and the church split up.
Oh, we had
Every church I know has that problem because they just run into issues
we,
for
we
some
were
reason.
so we were at a non-denominational church, one of those like I don't want to call it a startup. Like we had a denomination of about 200. Like we were not a small church by any means, but we met in like the auditorium of a high school because we hadn't built our church yet.
The building, yeah.
And so I was best friends with the pastor's son, and my sister was best friends with the assistant pastor's daughter. And so there was like the board of elders or whatever.
No one's spending points. I got 24,000 of them, so we should actually probably.
I
make a
have
tier.
unlimited points. And so like the assistant pastor and the board of elders wanted to get rid of the pastor because he had some like new ideas on where the church should go, focusing more on like helping the community and doing what we preach and this kind of and so some stuff got said and he more or less got ousted, and everyone found out that like a bunch of lies were made up to like oust him. But the problem was like my dad was like a rather influential voice at the time because he was that guy. He's like, I don't want to be on the board of elders, fuck politics. Like, and they're like, wow, you're a smart person, like we'll come to you for advice because like you don't care about any of this. And so when he heard all this stuff, he sided with the assistant pastor because he believed what he was being told, because it was like, you know, around the cooler kind of talking. He's like, yeah, that's kind of messed up. Like, screw that.
Yeah.
And the assistant pastor came to our house one day after all this happened and got reamed out. You could not be anywhere in that house and not hear my dad chew him out on the front porch about how he made him choose between his son and his daughter's best friend's dad, and how they split the church up through lies and that they would never see us at church again. And in the back of my head, my teenage brain was like, yes, I never have to wake up early on Sunday again.
Well, everybody's done, and I wonder if they would. I wonder if they would have got it right if we'd said the characters were Mallory, Ray, and Barry.
Barry.
Oh no! Damn you, Barry! Barry! No, what was her name? What was
Lana.
Not Lana. Barry and Archer, Barry's wife, fiance in the first season. The Russian girl.
I don't remember.
I can't remember.
Svetlana.
Anyway, Svetlana. I think that's probably it. The characters you were looking for here were Mallory, Archer, Ray, and Barry, who becomes a robot on the show. What, Douglas?
Archer.
That's right. That would be Archer. Sterling Archer.
Sterling Archer.
Which is why I had to get rid of the cartoon part, because Archer is not a cartoon.
I mean, technically, but here we go.
Not in my mind.
Our high scores. In first place, Fantastic Orphans with 25.6. Second place, Foul Bunghole, 25.5. Third place, 23.5, Ask My Balls. Bunghole, Bay Rays, Pen Waste, Peanuts and Bunghole Jacks, Yogi Bunghole, Albert Bungholes, and Scrappy and Tiny.
Framboise. Framboise was the girl that Archer was screwing that was supposed to marry Barry.
Oh, that, yeah.
The attractive French woman.
She was like the Pele of anal.
That was it. That was the phrase.
Yes, I'm aware, Archer. Thank you. Barry, is this how you get ants? Yes, Barry, this is how you get ants.
This is how you get ants, Barry. Oh, Archer. I believe someone requested me to write this category and he didn't make it tonight, but at the same time, last week he fell asleep holding his kid, which is why he missed trivia.
That's fantastic.
His wife was doing crafts and she was like, watch the kid, and I got to work on Monday and he was like, yeah, so I fell asleep babysitting the kid with the kid. So that would be songs of the 2000s. This round will be filled with popular songs. You just have to come up with the band that sung them. Let's kick it off with Beautiful Day. Also, I have a full ass video to share with Twitch or with Discord once we get to that question. I don't know if you read these questions,
No.
but you'll know why.
I copy pasted.
Also, this was the best GIF I could find for Beautiful Day. It made me happy. 'Cause why not Johnny Bravo?
Did you watch that TikTok I sent you? The 1995 one? The video game one?
Was it in the group chat?
Yep.
I didn't watch that one yet. No.
You should watch it. It's
okay.
1985, but it's to the tune of 1985, but they're talking about video games from 1995.
Ooh.
And how we're all stuck in them.
Yeah, no, I think that's a fair point. Oh, Kim decided she didn't want to answer, which is weird. She likes music. 4K. It's saying you didn't lock it in.
4K.
Oh, Kim, you should refresh your screen because apparently you didn't get asked the question. She's still stuck on the final question from the last round. That's a weird one. You got like 5 seconds, and we'll just forfeit your points. It's fine.
4.
I'm just kidding. She's setting the
2.
app. Yeah, the app's booting up. We're having a Sydney moment here. Where's Sydney to talk about phone failures when you need her? The app doesn't work. The app doesn't sync.
Did you try closing it, reopening it? That's not gonna... Oh, hey, look, it worked.
Kim tried to close it and reopen it, and now she's stuck on the opening screen.
Well, the answer is you too.
Yep, correct answer is you too. Alright.
So much fun bouncing around talking about Polaroid pictures in Hey Ya!
I always forget who sings this, so I felt good asking this question.
I remember when we got a score of this for Pet Band.
Yep.
And it was only, like, the intro was, like, the good part. And then we played the Hey Ya way too many times. And then the song just ended.
Yeah, it was bad.
Like, oh, you think you got it. Oh, you think you got it. Got it, don't go get it.
Yeah, I know, right?
DMCA, don't want to be DMCA. I'm just gonna use that from now on. Like, if I forget song lyrics out in the real world, I'll be like, da, da, da. Oh, I don't want to get DMCA'd.
All right, we fixed her problem, and yeah, I know, right? And she has answered the question.
The answer is Outcast.
That is Outcast.
Andre 3000 being the lead singer, but
yeah, I know. I thought that was pretty crafty. Now, this is where I get to post my full ass video. Go watch the rundown, and watch The Rock beat people up in a club while Get Your Freak On plays in the background. If you don't want to watch the full video, join our Discord, because in our general chat, I'm now going to post a link to the full fight scene.
Dude, Rundown and what was it, Walking Hard or whatever?
Walking Tall. Walking Tall, because Walking Tall was that.
With The Rock just beating the hell out of people. The casino scene in Walking Hard or Walking Tall was bonkers.
The casino scene is nuts because that's the one where he throws the 2x4 through the glass window, and the bad guy is played by the dude who plays the bad guy in Justified, the blonde super Aryan dude. Dude's crazy. Anyway,
speaking of tall Aryan dudes,
oh, lay that. Yeah, go ahead. Tell me.
Well, let's end this question. I'll get on the next one.
The correct answer here, this was Missy Elliott, and like I said, in Discord, there's going to be the post. I just copied the gif of the turtle, so I had to go back and find it.
Speaking of the club, let's get more towards some techno with One More Time. But yeah, speaking of Aryan-looking dudes, Dolph Lundgren, I was watching something the other day, and apparently he's still doing research for chemical engineering. Like,
seriously?
Yeah, so he has 2 masters. One in, I think, just chemistry, and the other one in chemical engineering. So after he got out of movies, he went back to research. Like, I saw that, and I was like,
awesome.
I knew he was a smart dude, and, like, yeah, he's typecast now as the big dumb dude, but, like, he's still out there.
It's Discord was like, are you sure you want to add everyone? I'm like, yes, I do. I want to add everyone.
Cider.
So, who sung One More Time?
Daft Punk.
That was Daft Punk.
The French national anthem.
The band just wanted you to float on, and it would all be all right. It's really hard to find a gift for this one too.
Now, I
Man,
had, I had
really want to
Aerosmith.
make like a remix of this song mixed with Dream On into it. I don't know that
The-
it would work, but it'd be interesting.
The new TikTok trend I've been seeing with mixing has been the rap that Dean
Oh.
from Community does to a bunch of different like other stuff.
The one that me and Kim just found was Nickelback. What was the song? Do you remember the song? It was one of the Nickelback songs, I think, from All the Right Reasons, but with Earth, Wind, and Fire's music in the background. And it slaps, dude. I mean, it absolutely slaps. It's awesome. Correct answer here. This was Modest Mouse, and we'll all float on all right. I love that song. I don't really like Modest Mouse, but I love that song.
Deadmau 5.
Doug, this gift was for you.
We all know that it brought you to the yard, but who sung Milkshake?
This is our gift, Doug. Dude, tell me a better romance than Vinny and Polly.
You and
I'll
me?
wait. Yeah, but we are like Vinny and Polly in our romance.
That's fair.
Dude, that their bromance is like one of my favorite parts of what spawned from the Jersey Shore. The new show that came out.
Romance.
Yes. Oh God, man, I love it. I love it. I did not know who sung this song, by the way. What I find funnier is I'm gonna wait and see. I'm gonna wait and see if she gets it wrong. Your thing didn't freeze again, did it? So I had to look up who sung some of these songs and make sure they were like the correct song. So I had like my YouTube history that had the answers in it. So I had to like delete it real quick because we use my YouTube to watch shows at night.
Yep.
I didn't want Kim to see half of the answers to these questions. The correct answer here?
That would
Who
be
brought your milkshake to the yard?
Kellis.
Who knew? Things you learn. If you haven't seen the Nightmare Fuel created by Kids, the music video, you're lucky. But can you tell me who was singing? That's a gift from the video. Have you seen that music video?
No, but I assume it's like 1 week where you watch it and you're like, what the hell's going on?
Dude, I pulled the music video up thinking it was going to be like some light-hearted video. And then this monster starts grabbing a kid in a cage. And like the kid just starts bawling his eyes out. Like they traumatized the child in this GIF. He's not the same. And then it went in like another weird direction. It was like Gwar got free reign for a music video. That's what happened.
I have not heard that name in a very long time.
I haven't either, but those hands reminded me of them.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie.
Well, who are they?
Correct answer here. MGMT. Bring it home.
All right. Well, we all love the curveball. This is the wager question. All of these songs were ranked in Rolling Stone's top 100 best songs of the 2000s. But can you tell me within two what the highest rated song came in at?
So you have 7 songs mentioned before. I want you to tell me what it was rated. The highest rated song in the group of 7. Bonus point for anyone in Twitch or in the event chat. Whoever comes first, we'll watch both. They can tell me which song it was. There's only 7 of them, and there's 10 of y'all's teams, so you only get one guess though. So if you start screaming them all and you get it right, sucks to suck. Take your time, think about it, and guess. And that will be the bonus point.
What Eminem, Dr. Dre?
I did like that I finally got my my within 2 correct this time.
You
So,
figured
if
it
you
out.
do it right, it's good. I also love how
Uh,
Albert Bungholes was just told that it was the number. I'm gonna let them clarify. We
yeah,
asked what
I
number
just
it came in at, and then you can type that in as your bonus if you want to and get the bonus point. Because you, I'm not gonna say you got the song right, but there's a reason I'm asking for clarification.
We need a number, not a
Yep. Need a number, not the song.
that. How high did it get ranked on the top 100?
Yep. I'm amazed they got the song right.
Yep.
That's impressive.
mean, it's a good
Also,
song.
probably not going to clarify. It is a good song, but out of what was suggested, I would have not thought that. Yeah, Ben's getting the bonus point.
All right.
So it was "Hey Ya" by Outkast. That was the. Are we all in? We're all in. That was the number 4 ranked song. So if you guessed 2 to 6, you got it right. Sorry, Albert, who got the question right. Is Ben Albert Pungholes? I gotta know now. Which Ben? Which bunghole are you this week?
Yep.
But getting it right.
Teams, while we do that,
Yep.
in first
It's halftime.
place, Fantastic Orphans with 50.
Beatty.
Foul Bunghole with 44, Aspen Balls 41, then Peanut and Bunghole Jacks, Pen Waste, Yogi Bunghole, Bunghole Bay, Ray, Scrappy and Tiny, and Albert Bungholes.
Customizing Ben's points now, so he actually gets one more than what he got. And there we go.
Right.
I'm out of booze. Do you want to read the question while I go to get it?
Yep, sure.
All right, cool.
All right. How well do you know the CEOs of big shot companies? It's time to find out. We'll give you the company. You just need the name to name the CEO. First up is Facebook. So, which cyborg, not human, runs Facebook? I love. What the? Oh. Anyone seen the Elon Musk picture lately? Speaking of cyborgs.
You spoke of cyborgs in my head. All I wanted you to say in this was which douche Wellington runs Facebook. I don't know why, but I like that. The skin sort.
Skin suit.
The skin suit.
Elon
Good old
Musk has a
meat
skin
buckets.
suit. Whose
Ugh.
father just fathered a second child with his stepsister? Like,
What?
oh, yeah, no. Elon's dad fathered a second child with Elon's stepsister.
That allowed?
I don't know. South Africa's a weird place.
Right, I forgot. Yeah, nope, I'm done with this conversation
Yep.
already. All right, who runs Facebook?
Mark Zuckerberg, Cyborg Zuck himself.
Since the beginning. Next, Apple. Hint, hint.
I am very sad that Nintendo is not on this list because it's currently Nintendo US is run by Bowser.
Wait, oh yeah, that's right. So
think
the
it's-
dad's ex-wife's daughter, or Elon's mom's husband's kid. I'm thinking it's the dad's ex-wife's daughter, right?
The
So, like-
dad's ex-wife's daughter.
So his stepdaughter, that he would have been the father to for a while, he had a kid with. So literally, the theme of a porno.
Yeah, Elon is apparently like livid
Yeah,
about
it is
it,
more icky. Ugh.
but at the same
Yeah.
time, like rich people problems, right?
Do not rule 3 that. I thought you were about to rule
Oh,
3 that.
no,
I'm like, Doug,
no,
no, Doug, we need to have a talk.
Apparently, he's really dedicated to Rule 34 of the internet.
Oh, no. No, go to the bathroom. You're not allowed here right now.
No.
The correct answer is Tim Cook. Steve Jobs has passed away, and they passed the mantle to Tim Cook.
Tesla. It's sad watching Tesla play. Like, they're still good. They still rock. The problem
Yeah.
is they still dress like they are a hair band.
I remember you saying
Oh
that.
my
It's like
God.
they just never left the 80s. Also, by the way, we changed drinks and you went cider. And for my mans, why do I always put them in koozies? It's the bush apple.
Yeah, I got the.
Just we know. You showed it at the beginning. I just didn't have a bush apple to show. All 10 answers are in. Who runs Tesla, Doug?
That'd be Elon Musk. The skin suit
we talked about
cyborg
him
himself. Although cyborg implies that he is part human, so robot with a skin suit.
I mean, in all fairness, he'd only have to be like the least bit human, so he could be full cyborg with like a hand.
So there is a new show out on Netflix. I forget what it's called.
Real
But-
quick, Amazon. Okay, go.
But it's I don't know how to describe it. It's
Yeah.
it's a dark
do it.
cartoon anyway, or it's like a Adult Swim kind of cartoon.
Gotcha.
And it's one of the guys is a robot, and he's like,
Okay.
oh no, he's a cyborg. He's like, I'm a cyborg. Every time I've gone outside the dome, I've lost a body part to those aliens. And it like flashes like him going, die aliens, and like his arm gets ripped off. And then like it flashes again, die aliens, his other arm gets ripped off. And he's like, the only
So we're
part left
literally
of
doing
me.
Black Knight.
He's like, the only part that's left of me is my penis. And then
Oh, no.
as he says that, his penis gets chopped off. And
Oh
and it's like in this protective shield too, which makes it worse. And
no.
then
Oh god.
so they think so he gets scanned as a robot because he has 0 human parts left. But
Right.
what makes him a human is his taint still exists. Oh, you froze, which makes me think that I froze, which is not a good thing.
Jeff, the song. What's his name? What's my comedian? Jeffrey Bezos.
Oh, friggin'.
Yep. Mm-hmm. You can do it because I can't. My brain went. Someone help me.
Oh, he just did.
Anyway,
he just released a
J-
special.
JC. Yeah,
about-
the isolation thing.
Yeah.
JC took over after Bezos stepped down because of his new rocket company, Blue Origin.
Microsoft. Bo Burnham, thank you.
That is the bow of Burnham. Thank you very much.
Microsoft.
See, and this is why we can't leave you annexed in Florida. We need you.
Yep.
Oh God. Jeffrey Bezos. Come on, Jeffrey, you can do it. That was one of my favorite TikTok songs that was used for a while. I quite enjoyed. What is the new one called? It's like Isolation or
It's
something.
like Alone or like By Myself or something like that.
I'm pretty sure that's it. I'm sure someone will know.
Well, the answer is Satya Nadella.
Because
Well, founded by Bill
I'm
Gates and
guessing
the late
Bill
Paul Allen,
stepped
but Bill Gates stepped down to focus more on his philanthropy, and then getting divorced apparently. But it's currently run by Satya Nadella.
of all the multimillionaires, and I know Inside, that's right, it was called
Inside,
Inside.
yeah.
Of all the multimillionaires, and I'm probably wrong, but Bill Gates is the one I have the most respect for because I feel like every time I hear him talked about, he's giving money to someone. And I know he has enough money to do that, but at least he's doing it.
I forget what the pledge like. So there's some pledge that billionaires take that they'll give up 98% of their wealth over the course of their life, and so like that's what like Melinda and Bill have been working towards that goal, so that when they die, they only leave behind 5% of their wealth or something like that.
It's neat.
But that's like
I
kind
mean,
of
I
how
respect that, man.
that's kind of how like the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation started, which is now just named the Melinda Gates Foundation.
Oof, get wrecked.
I know, right?
Divorce is a thing.
That was the one billionaire couple I thought would stay together. I honestly did.
would've
Like they
thought so
seemed
too,
so
man.
down to earth,
Stable.
so yeah. Like,
Oh, well,
he was the
that's-
dude who wore like jeans and a t-shirt to every meeting, and he's like, I don't care. Whereas
It
like,
just goes to show you, though, is you don't know what's happening behind
you-
closed doors.
no, you really don't.
Next one, Twitter.
Oh,
It hadn't been purchased at this point.
Dang it! I'm like, let me change the answers real quick because it's not. I mean, Elon doesn't own it, but
Yeah.
Elon's
It
gonna
would've been
end
fun.
up owning it. All of the all of the sub parts of the contract that Twitter wrote, essentially,
Yeah.
is like, we can sue you if you don't buy it at this point.
So funny though, but like he can afford. The thing is, the immense amounts of money that people like that have blows my mind. Like it's stupid how much money they have. Correct answer here, Parag Agrawal? Sure. Agrabah, because we're going to watch Aladdin. This was a trick question. Parag took over from Jack Dorsey last year, and I'm guessing this was a few-year-old question, so a couple years ago, when Jack stepped down to focus on his payment company, Square. What we got?
Google.
Google. I always forget
Google.
someone is this. I forget that these companies have like giant CEOs. Like I feel like the Bill Gates, Steve Jobs era was like the last era I knew the CEOs of things, and the rest have faded out
Yeah,
of my head.
unless they were like, Elon has kind of taken up the mantle of like pop star CEO.
That's what I was. That's what I was about to say. I feel like in our like the late '90s, early 2000s era, you were like when you were the CEO of the company. Generally, you were also the guy that founded it. Like, and they became like
You're like the
idols
face.
almost.
So yeah, so like
It's like that superstar celebrity like thing, even
Like,
though they're
for-
just someone who owns a company.
for the longest time, like for Amazon, Jeff Bezos was like the commercial guy for Amazon. Back when it was
Exactly.
like first books, and then was like trying to compete with half eBay or whatever.
Yeah.
And like yeah, like you were the face. Like Bill Gates was in the commercials. Steve Jobs was in the commercials.
I remember Bill Gates commercials with Microsoft. Like that was a thing.
Do you-
I remember that.
Do you remember the was the Mac PC commercials?
The Mac PC commercials where it was those were for PC, right? Where the PC guy was cool, or was it the Mac commercial?
The Mac was cool because the Mac was
Yeah.
the guy from. Oh, I don't remember what movie he was in. He was in a couple different movies, but he was always like. Oh no, or was it the other way around? I don't remember. PC.
They were PC ads.
They were PC
was
ads.
played by comedian John Hodgman, while the face of Mac was Justin Long.
Yeah, and then he would get the spinning circle on him randomly.
Yep.
Yep.
It was great. This is
Right.
great.
The answer is Sundar Pichai.
And since I went to get a drink, I now get to do the gamble potion to you, Kenny, and your extraction from Florida. I'm gonna speak it into existence before
Yep.
trivia ends at some point. So gambling round. Let's see if you can make up some points here. It's gonna be tough. I'll give you a cute little pink clue. United Airlines.
Oh no, that's Tetris.
Yeah, well.
Where's the
I love how
Snoop
everybody's like
Dogg?
waiting on a clue.
Where's the Snoop Dogg? That was the first time that a Flash it was the
Nope.
first time I saw like a Flash crossover that I lost my mind about.
I'm sorry, but I heard your phrase right as I read Bunghole Bay Race. Carolinas United.
I believe that's a spell for.
In my head, which one of the podcasts I listened to, Red Web from Rooster Teeth,
Yep.
they were talking about I can't remember what conspiracy they were talking about the other day, but it was like the dude that founded something. There's a soda machine in Seattle, Washington that dispenses mystery sodas, and it dispenses old sodas that are out of date, and no one knows who stocks it. So like, there's this huge mystery around it that's like a warp portal back to the '80s. And they teleport old sodas through, and they can't ever find the people that stock it, and it disappeared a few years ago, but it has its own Facebook page, and they take pictures with the soda machine, blah, blah, blah. Point of this is that the whole story long, Alfredo, who's like the co-host, kept calling him the creator of soda machines, John Soda. Or John Cola. The creator of all cola was John Cola. So in my head, when I read Airlinus United, it was John Cola.
United CEO
Oh,
should be
no,
Vince
no, no,
McMahon.
no,
No.
Yeah, because see, here's what would happen if Vince McMahon took over United Airlines. They would find all of the great pilots and stewardesses, underpay them, run them off, and then go under. Ha-ha!
They would buy up every other airline, so there would only be one
Yeah,
airline
correct.
that you could fly. You would
But
have
it's not a monopoly because they would have United Airlines and kind of sort of together airlines.
Yep. And then beginner starting up, but we want to be friends airlines as
Yep,
a,
yep, yep,
a
yep.
third one that would start up and kind of gain traction, and they'd kind of give up on
Yeah, Mom.
afterwards.
Yeah.
And then
Sorry.
like they would have this big push to have the greatest service ever in the sky, and for a while everyone would absolutely love it. And then they would have the same pilot fly every flight, and you just get sick and tired of him. And
he would get burnt out as well.
Yep.
Because he'd be all jacked up on cocaine to fly that many flights.
And then they'd run off all the other good pilots and stewardesses who would go join another airline. Yeah, that for some reason became wildly more successful than the airline Vince McMahon's currently running.
Because they don't force all their pilots to fly all the flights. And now we've got deep in the weeds of wrestling.
Yep.
Someone actually got this right. My small pink clue was for Kirby because the correct answer is Scott Kirby. I think Doug was singing the theme song to Kirby. I'm pretty confident.
Well, it's the song to the first level, or the first boss. The tree that drops little apples.
There it is.
But it was y'all gonna make me lose my mind up in here.
Up in here, up in so in first place we have Fantastic Orphans and Where to Leave Them. 71 points. Foul Bunghole with 59.9. Ask My Balls with 58.1. I just want to congratulate Scrappy and Tiny. Good 7-point play there. In fourth place, Peanuts and Bunghole Jacks with Ben's beautiful picture. God, I love it. He looks like a Civil War general. Scrappy and Tiny, Bunghole Bay Rays, and Penwaste, and Yogi Bunghole. Actually, and Kim's in last. But, nope, never mind. I'm sorry. Albert Bunghole's in last. I forgot we had 10 teams for a minute. Oh, she's mad at me now. Well, it's only by 0.5 points that I missed that. We're actually fairly tight other than the breakaway by, the Orphans. The Orphanage is leading the way, but that's definitely a 12-point-ish game, so things are looking good. What's our next category, Doug?
Landmarks, tourist attractions. In this round, I'll give you the name of a tourist attraction or landmark, and you tell me which country it's in, or state if it's in the U.S. For the first one, Waikiki Island.
So, this relates to a round that I'm probably going to write that me and Kim thought of last night when watching Jeopardy. We're basically going to rogue a Jeopardy round, which is a country that you gained your independence from. And you list the country, and then the answer is the country that got their independence, or vice versa. You give the country, and you have to guess who they got their independence from.
Can we make
and then they gave the year.
Can we make it a multiple choice, three answers only: Spain, England, and France?
I like that idea. Spain, England, France. Who'd they gain their independence from? I like it.
Most of the world.
Pretty much anywhere we name, one of those came from. If you throw Germany / the Ottoman Empire in there, I think you could cover most of the world.
Actually, yeah, if you...
I don't think anywhere else has been... I mean, England, the sun never set on the English Empire at one point. They owned that much.
The Mongol Empire, I think, would cover the rest.
Yeah, because that would cover East Asia better.
Well, no, it's who you got your independence from, though. So who did you break free from? So Ottoman Empire would be correct.
Good, because see, the other category you could write is what country conquered them, and you do France, the Mongol Empire, and probably England again.
I'd
or
say
maybe us. You could throw us in there, to be honest.
I would say no, because we've never officially conquered anybody. We've gone and beat the snot out of people, but sorry,
well, we own a lot of things that weren't original
democracy.
America.
We delivered democracy to a bunch.
We didn't deliver democracy. We shared freedom, baby. USA, USA.
We're like 11, 2, and 2 right now when it comes to wars.
Yeah, no, we're pretty good. And even the one we lost, I'd argue that Vietnam didn't win. We just decided we weren't gonna World War II them.
We took our ball and went home, which
we did. We literally
that's a tie at best. Like Korea,
I think it's a tie.
I would say Vietnam and Korea are our ties. That's our two.
Yep.
Our two losses being the War of 1812. Because let's be real, we lost
our ass.
every
and
single
they burnt the White House
battle.
Down.
Yep, we lost every single battle except for the Battle of New Orleans, which was fought after the Treaty of Paris was signed.
It was over.
Some drunk dude who hadn't gotten the memo yet said, "Damn the torpedoes," and drove a bunch of ships up into New Orleans. But
so what's our second loss?
Our second loss would have been the French and Indian War. because we decided to
I
pick a fight
actually
with
enjoyed
Canada for some stupid reason.
Yeah, that wasn't our best plan.
And,
France was definitely the world power that helped set us free for
yeah,
a reason.
it's funny
French
that
Empire was solid, man. We joke about it, but French Empire was on their shit. Also, link to Discord is in chat since we were at halftime. But move on, Doug.
the answer is New Zealand, not Hawaii.
That's interesting. I'm guessing Waikiki Beach is in Hawaii.
Waikiki
No?
Beach is on Waikiki Island in New Zealand.
Really? So why do we think that?
Because we're Americans and we think everything is American-centric.
I mean, it's not. Nah, whatever. Um, next question. Sagrada Familia. I said that right? I
I
did
have no
good.
idea.
I did good.
I
did good.
I can't remember if it's this church or the one in Germany, but it's taken like 100 years to build or something like that.
Mm-hmm. Ah, nope, Doug, I was right. Waikiki Beach is in Hawaii. It's just spelled different.
Well,
Ha!
then I just have.
Don't you have egg on your face, you anti-American bastard?
I'm not anti-American. I'm anti-everybody.
Fair point. I don't dislike America. I dislike everyone.
Give me a country. I'll give you a reason I hate them.
That's fair. Who we missing? Everybody in? Everybody in.
So, that
Correct
was
answer here. España.
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 The Matterhorn.
Well, Doug, that's in Disneyland in California.
And it's also in Disney World in Florida now.
Is it? Oh, they built a Matterhorn in Disney World?
It's
What are you talking about?
Expedition
Everest. You're talking about Everest.
Everest, yeah.
I own a shirt from that ride, Expedition Everest. Me and
Which
Kim
has been
love that
broken
ride.
down for a long time, apparently.
My favorite part. So the Matterhorn's the one that breaks. The mountain would shake, but also Expedition Everest would shake because the largest animatronic on Disney's site. I listened to a stupid Disney podcast anyway. Humor me. It's not stupid. It's the biggest animatronic in Disney. Is the Yeti on Expedition Everest, and it was so large that it would shake the mountain. That's why now, if you ride the ride, it doesn't move.
Yeah,
It literally is strobe lights.
I
to
rode
make
it when it
look
would
like he's
move,
moving.
and that was
Yeah,
more
horrifying.
terrifying than riding the Jurassic Park ride at Islands of Adventure, where it's
How is
like
that, by the way, or
it's so much
have
fun.
you been recently? Because is that Velocicoaster or is that
no, that's the water. That's the water ride. The
Nah, I got you.
drop it,
New-
big wave. But so apparently they've added. So it used to be that like as you would turn this corner, like so it would start out, you'd go like around this little like S bend and like, oh yeah, like here's the Triceratops and here's the Stegosaurus and here's some Compies and you're like, oh that's adorable.
How
And then
cute.
you'd start going up the climb and then the lights start to flicker and like raptors would start popping out. When
wow.
you turned the last corner, it was the T-Rex head like screaming at you.
And then you went under it.
And then you would oh shit.
Oh, hello.
And then you would go under it. So now apparently it's when you make that last turn, there is it's the Indominus Rex over you
Ooh.
screaming at the T-Rex. And then you drop below the T-Rex.
So the fun fact about that one that they told was apparently John. Is it John? No, it's not John Lucas. Spielberg.
Mm-hmm.
Spielberg rode the ride. Doesn't like water drops. He made them stop the ride, and he got off at the top by the T-Rex, and then they dropped the flume. He's like, I do not want to get wet. But they have a new coaster called Velocicoaster now, which is all about escaping from Velociraptors.
Oh,
and apparently
you
it's
ride
horripying,
Velociraptors,
but awesome.
don't you?
Yeah.
Or no, you ride
Apparently it is
motorcycles.
super cool.
Yeah, you're
It
you're
is
strapped
great
into like
ride.
a weird like motorcycle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's a weird apparatus for riding a coaster, but it's super neat apparently.
Oh, the answer
Where's
was
the Matterhorn?
Switzerland.
And now that we've got off on our Disney and Universal tangent, Mesa Verde.
I've been
¿Dónde
there.
está Mesa Verde?
I've been there.
I don't think I've been there. Me and Kim went to this state, since they're all states on here, with her family, and I don't think we visited that. because we weren't near that.
It's
I've been to a bunch of these states with Kim's family, so
it's still run by the tribe. And it was one of those things that like I was just old enough to not want to participate, but just young enough that they were like, "You need to come down here and like participate because you're a young kid." And I was like, "Damn it!"
I want you all to take mention of how little Kim pays attention to me and Doug talking. Me and Kim literally ignores us so well. I said a state that we've been to. We've only been to 2 of these states. She chose one of the ones we've never visited.
Well, the answer is Colorado.
Where's it at in Colorado? Because we went to Colorado Springs, and I know we went to an
It's-
Indian thing, but it wasn't.
It's
Was that what we went?
It's southwest of Colorado Springs. It's like a city
Okay, we
built
didn't
into
go to
like
this
this
fair.
picture is what it is. It's built into the
We
mountainside.
were supposed to go to that, but we went to the Whispering Caverns instead.
Yeah,
That's what we.
That's a cool place. That
That
really
was super neat, dude. I bought a shirt for my grandmother that she still wears like every day, and it makes me think of that. So neat. What was crazy about that story was like the kids that found it, like found the hole in the top of the earth, and we're like, yeah, we're going down in the hole. Kids nowadays, we're gonna drop our TikTok down in the hole.
Chop. We're gonna tie our cell phone. Never mind. I can't let my cell phone go. We'll throw our GoPro down there.
I was about to say I didn't get to see Allie today. Next one, Mount Rushmore. I believe you have a question waiting, Duke. Mount Rushmore, for anyone who doesn't know, I'm just kidding. I'm trying to remember. I guess you can see them all, so it would be a fun bonus question to ask for the presidents on there. But you all should know all 4 of them. That's Washington, Jefferson, Lincoln, and Teddy Roosevelt. I always forget that it's in this state. I get confused. I think it was there was a question on there was actually a question on Jeopardy the other night. I think a final Jeopardy that I got right because I realized that Mount Rushmore was in South Dakota, which is the correct answer. All right, Doug.
All right. The Forbidden City.
What is the Black Forest in South Dakota as well, or is that North Dakota? Is it?
I think
is
that's-
it Black Forest?
South Dakota has all the stuff. I know
No,
that.
Black Forest is in Germany. But what am I thinking of? Because
Are you thinking of Black Hills?
Thank you. Which is in a mountain range in the U.S., which is also in South Dakota, and the Badlands. What's actually in North Dakota?
Nothing.
Like, North Carolina, South Carolina split pretty evenly. We get the Queen City, we get Raleigh, which was named after, whatever, blah, blah, blah. We got Asheville. South Carolina has, like, Columbia and that, like, Old South thing. Like, I feel like North Carolina and South Carolina split it pretty well, right? Like, we gave them, like, the Deep South stuff, and we took, like, the hillbilly part. We took NASCAR, they got colonial buildings. In my opinion, I'll take that trade. I don't want to live on a plantation. I like NASCAR. But anyway, you look at, and again, another good example, Virginia and West Virginia. Virginia got, like, stuff that was kind of like West Virginia and Southwest Virginia, but then they got, like, the city and the Tidewater, and then West Virginia got, like, and I've said this many times, me and the university definitely don't get along. West Virginia is one of the most beautiful states in America. Their woods are pure and beautiful, and I had one of Dad's preacher friends send me a picture on Facebook today of a 54-inch rattlesnake that they found. That's how wild West Virginia is.
Yeah, that's.
But that place is gorgeous, but it's a good split, right? Like, you sent the super woodsy part west, and you took the city hub and, like, the Tidewater right. North Dakota
but
and
you
South Dakota...
Like, you kept a little bit. Like, Virginia kept a little bit of it for itself.
you kept the heritage, right? Like,
Right.
you can see why they were attached. I think it's the same thing with North and South Carolina. When you get to the coast, Myrtle Beach and, like, Carolina Beach are the same place. Like, they mesh well. I feel like I look at North and South Dakota, and I'm like, they should have just been, like, Tahoe and Denali. Like, not attached to each other.
Yeah, just.
But maybe that's just me.
Or
Maybe
just
they
do
are a
one
lot
big
more alike.
Dakota so you can claim, like, everything.
Ooh, I like that. Like, the Montana of Dakotas.
Yep. I mean, really,
But anyway.
it would be as irrelevant as it is now. So.
Rapid City, give me a bonus point. I'm guessing that's what's in in North Dakota. But anyway, no, you're not getting a bonus point.
Nothing.
I know nothing about North
Oh wait,
Dakota.
what's the bike week that's like bigger than bike
You're
week
talking about-
in Daytona?
You're talking about Sturgis.
Sturgis. Where's that?
is in South Dakota.
Oh, yeah. So there's literally nothing.
Everything's in South Dakota, man.
All right. Well, so Forbidden City's in Japan, China. Sorry.
Good job, Doug. Way to almost screw that up. Next one is, I don't know why, but the release score thing has been super broke for me tonight. The Navy Pier. Where is the Navy Pier? What, did something just happen in Twitch chat?
Yep. Always good to know I live nowhere important.
I didn't say it was unimportant. I just don't know what's there. Like,
Nothing. There's nothing that I'm not saying.
Like,
I'm not
what-
saying the state's unimportant. I'm not saying the area is unimportant. I'm saying there's nothing that's attracting me there. Like
what I'm
Alaska.
saying is that like I
Alaska-
think of things that are there. Like I think that the Badlands are in North Dakota. I think that Sturgis is in North Dakota, and I look it up and it's like, nope, it's the South. One sucks to suck.
It's like Alaska, where like the only reason Alaska is like a tourist destination is it's just up there. They're like, oh, cold, and it sometimes gets dark for 6 months.
Yeah, but they got sled racing and they got really good wildlife. Like people go on
Yeah,
like
do you know where
cruises
the-
out there to look at that.
Do you know where the Iditarod is? Mostly,
Not really in
mostly
Alaska.
Canada.
All right, let's be fair. All Alaska is America wanting to say that we own part of Canada.
Yeah, it's West Canada.
We literally, well, it's like West Canada.
Yeah,
Bec-
West Side.
but West Side.
But Alaska is so desperate for you to live there. They pay you money to live there.
You guys are stasis. No, we're just East Coasters, man. I'm sorry, but like
I'm not even East Coastist. Like fuck Virginia.
I am. I mean, like I'm a North Carolina and Virginia boy, and that's all I know. Like as far west as I had ever been until I got to Tech was Missouri, and we went to Branson, which is like the redneck town
Yeah.
of Middle America, and
That's
my family wanted to go.
That's in the Ozarks.
It's redneck Vegas, is all Branson is. It's redneck Vegas, and it was amazing. I loved it.
The answer is Illinois.
But, Is that in Illinois?
Illinois.
Nice. Next one.
It's you. No.
It's the no,
go.
Carlsbad's Caverns. Go. Oh, it's a free wager. So yeah, it would have been me, I think. Yeah, the Carlsbad Cavern. The wall-to-wall drug.
Wall drug.
I love you, Aerith. What is wall drug? Now I gotta know.
I wanna know. Can you show
Show
me?
me. So
Wall-
Theodore Roosevelt National Park. Fargo's in North Dakota. Bismarck. There's stuff there. It's just like I just don't know it, which is sad.
Wall drugstore is in South Dakota.
Ah, there we go. Nailed it.
Homemade donuts.
So I thought they
Nestled-
were talking about like some.
It's
some
nestled in
famous,
the
like,
city
wall.
of Wall. So it's,
I thought it was like an actual wall.
yeah, I just thought
Oh god, that's amazing.
it's just the city of Wall. It's like Wall's drugstore. Like there's a drugstore in the city of Wall, and they're like, this is Wall drugstore, and like, great, and it's still in South Dakota.
Dude, North Dakota's really pretty. Like I'm looking at some pictures and it's
Or
like
South
you know like
Dakota.
that like that no, North Dakota. The
No,
You know that, like,
Wall
architecture
is in
of-
South Dakota. I was saying.
oh, I got you. I got you. You know the architecture of like the Midwest, the like Arizona and Colorado where they have like the mountains that are cut in but it's all desert?
Oh yeah.
Imagine taking that, but put like a luscious forest in the underneath with a river, kind of like how they make the Serengeti look in Lion King, even though it doesn't look that way. Like beautiful rocks mixed with. Oh, did we
Cheers,
just get
Kenny.
chugged? To you, Kenny.
All right. Answer is New Mexico.
New Mexico.
All right.
All right,
We got.
Do you want to hold? Do you want to hold the last round?
We want to
We'll do
hold.
it one before.
Let's do the leaderboard.
Oh no, we need to because this is the 50-50 round.
No.
Yes. Yeah, we did the 50-50 round last. That's always a mistake. But yeah, there's actually some really pretty stuff in North Dakota. I'm on their tourism site now. I like it. I wasn't criticizing North Dakota. I was more showing my unintelligence of North Dakota. It's probably more accurate. We just have people in Twitch chat from North Dakota.
I mean, we randomly had people in Twitch chat from Minnesota, and now they're regulars. So you know.
Kenny was once a baby. I was catching up on Twitch chat after my tourism trip through North Dakota.
All right.
All right, so this is the speed round, but you made a look. Are we not speed rounding it tonight?
No, we're gonna speed around it, but I'm doing leaderboard
Okay.
first.
Okay.
So first place.
Ooh, Ask My Balls has closed the gap. First place? Did you want me to read it?
Yeah, go for it. Sorry.
Oh, sorry. Fantastic Orphans and Where to Leave Them. They had like 84 points. I don't know. It scrolled. I'm so sorry. Ask My Balls 79.3. Scrappy and Tiny at 70.6. Foul Bunghole about 8 points behind. Peanuts and Bunghole about 3 behind that. Almost tied with .4. Bunghole Bay Rays. Albert Bungholes. That's a not so significant drop. Whatever. Yogi Bunghole E. And Penwaste in last place. I'm sorry, buddy. You tried. So, coming into the final round, this is, of course, the speed round. And as you well know, in the speed round, we are going to do this as fast as possible. You want to get as many of them as correct as you can. The lead is within 14 points of the top 3, so this could swing either way. The wager for the night, I do believe, is that we are going to... I suggested a shot because I wanted you... I'm doing a shot because Doug has a new shot glass that I got him to go with his koozie.
Yep.
Which
beautiful just got delivered.
has just carried in. That is the Colorado Avalanche Stanley Cup champions shot
Everyone
glass.
say thank you, Allie.
Thank you, Allie.
But yes, so there's the
Looks
Stanley
beautiful.
Cup. There's the Avalanche.
So all our
Champions.
hope in the world is that Doug can buy me that shot glass next year, and we can enjoy our cups together.
Yes, that is what I hope.
Even though he wants to go back to back, I appreciate his
I don't
desire.
wanna
I
go
really
back
hope
to-
the Canes do it.
I don't want to go back to back. I want to go far next year, but I don't want to go back to back because I think that makes you complacent.
Happy. I would be so happy if the Canes played Colorado, and that's all I want. I want an Avalanche Canes final,
Yeah.
so that me and Doug can go watch a Stanley Cup final together. Number one. Number two, I make this promise: if the Wild make it, I will buy Ben a Stanley Cup shot glass that has to be shared between all of the bungholes, except Kenny, who I think pulls for the Lightning because she's in Florida. But I
mean,
hope not, because
she
I
just
believe
moved
that
there,
she's a
so
good
I
person.
would hope it wasn't that quick that she got infected
I hope
by
not.
the Florida man virus.
The Florida man virus.
That's like Resident
anyway,
Evil. Are we gonna pull her out in time before the Florida man virus?
Yeah, Wild all the way. So, Ben, you will have to ship the Wild Stanley Cup glass all the way to Florida if they get there. But I do make that promise because I believe everyone deserves it. Our final round is going to be the name of a bird, and you tell us if it's real or not. So, basically, fake or real. Being a Heats fan's reasonable. And
real or not
are we
real?
going for Birds edition?
And we're assuming that birds are real in this instance, not that birds.
Even though they're not
not real,
constructs and they are machines for the government.
Has the government come up with names for these drones, or
There
are
it
these
is. Good
made
job.
up drone
Listen
names?
to their lies.
Yep.
So, made up drone name or not, we're going to give you that. It's a 50-50 round. Someone has to get the answer right, or we will force you to set the full 45 seconds, but I believe in you because it's a 50-50. It's not that hard.
Oh, let me pull up my timer.
And Doug is thinking timer here. These rounds go way quicker, Doug. These are the quick 50-50s. So I think...
oops.
There's our timer. Doug has it.
Stopwatch. Where's the...
Give me a timer.
What happened to...
Did you lose your timer? Do you
I
need
did.
help? Oh, Doug. There was a countdown on that last one that you just pulled up. You could use that.
I know, but there's one that's like on Google Timer.
Doug has literally had one job tonight besides read questions with me.
There we
and that
go.
was keep track of his
Wait,
timer. You should bookmark that, Douglas. That's what I did.
That's actually
That's not it either.
You
How
know,
did you lose our timer?
I don't know, but it used to just be...
I have a spinny wheel. I have a spinny wheel on stream right now.
Okay.
Hopefully it's just broke for me. How does yours look?
Mine is spinny as well, but...
Can you hear his chat? I wanna know. Yep, frozen.
Frozen.
Can you show me?
Yeah, I'm hopefully that fixed it. I don't know. I'm gonna... Dude,
You wanna...
I'm gonna
try
do.
to down it and up it real quick.